A very good morning to all our Sports Today family members. And yes, after a very long time, there has been not much of action happening in the world of sports. Remember, after the India versus New Zealand series ended, the next focus for India will be the Border Gavaskar Trophy that will begin on February 9th. Now, India have assembled in Nagpur for a camp, while Australia are preparing for the series in Bangalore. I will be back with a little bit of how Australia are preparing. There are some very, very interesting details on that. But off the cricket field, there has been a lot of activity when it comes to the Asia Cup, which will be hosted where? That is the major question that we are all going to focus on this edition of the Morning Wrap. So, the first major update that we have for you is, before I come to the Asia Cup, yes, we have talked a lot about Hanuma Vihari. We talked a lot about how his grit, his resolve is. A lot of people have said you can break Hanuma Vihari's bones, but you cannot break his resolve. And yesterday, in the Andhra versus Madhya Pradesh encounter, he came at number 11. And see, what was the kind of shot he attempted? He attempted a one-handed slog. That too with his wrong hand. Look at the way how Hanuma Vihari wants to ensure that he makes a statement. He came in at number 11, smashed 15 of 16 balls, that included 3 boundaries. This was not enough for Andhra to capitulate to 93 all out. Imagine if Hanuma Vihari had not scored those 15 additional runs, Andhra would have been bundled out for under 60 or 70. Madhya Pradesh, the defending champions, though, they have come back very, very strongly, and that is why now Madhya Pradesh looks set to reach the semi-final stage after being trailing by close to 150 plus runs. Remember, they had conceded a lead of 151, but a spectacular meltdown by Andhra Pradesh has ensured that Madhya Pradesh continue to defend their championships. They just need a further 132 runs more, but Andhra will be determined to give Hanuma Vihari something to cheer for and put up a fight. I had focused on the meeting, right? There is going to be the meeting of the Asian Council, Cricketing Council, and here we will come to know whether Pakistan will be hosting the Asia Cup in August. Remember, all the delegates of the Asian Cricket Council are meeting in Bahrain on February 4th, and the meeting time is slated to be 1:30 p.m. IST or 11 a.m. Bahrain Standard Time. In this agenda of that meeting, we will come to know whether Pakistan will be hosting the Asia Cup and what is the future Asian fixtures that these teams have, whether there will be another Asia Cup, whether there will be a lot of fixtures that will garner attention. But the Asia Cup hosting in Pakistan, that is the major bone of contention. Remember, India had said that they will not tour Pakistan in the Asia Cup because of the existing bilateral tensions that exist between both the countries. Should India tour Pakistan for the Asia Cup? If they boycott the Asia Cup, will the Asia Cup have any kind of relevance? Will it be taken to another neutral country? All these issues are going to be discussed at the Asian Cricket Council meeting that will be held in Bahrain. Pakistan's chances of hosting the Asia Cup are indeed looking pretty dim because India's clout, bilateral tensions, and recently the suicide bomb attack at Peshawar has really ensured that the security situation is brought back into focus yet again in Pakistan. So that is why August is the date where the Asia Cup will be hosted in Pakistan, but whether they will keep the hosting rights remains to be seen. It looks to be a very uphill task for them, and the ACC meeting on February 4th will determine whether Pakistan will host the Asia Cup or it will go to some other country. So that is a major update, but the battle lines have already been drawn. PCB chairman Najam Sethi is not very happy, and since Jai Shah's declaration in the ACC that yes, India will not be able to tour Pakistan because of the existing tensions, there has been a lot of hostility. Remember India's tormentor from the ICC World Test Championship final? Yes, Kyle Jamieson. Jamieson is back in the New Zealand Test team after close to 1 year. Remember, he had injured his back in the Trent Bridge test, and since then he hasn't played any form of cricket. Yes, prior to the build-up, he's played about 2 matches for Auckland. Now, why has Jamieson been included in New Zealand's test team? Remember, New Zealand are going to play 2 tests against England. One, a pink ball test at the Bay Oval, and the second test also will be a normal test match. These tests are not part of the ICC World Test Championship cycle. It is just a bilateral series that has been arranged between New Zealand and England, and Kyle Jamieson is back after a gap of nearly a year. So it's good news for New Zealand, but unfortunately the defending ICC World Test champions will not be part of this year's final because they have been eliminated. Switching attention from cricket to the world of football, and there is serious concerns over Kylian Mbappe. Remember, he was injured in Paris Saint-Germain's clash against Montpellier, in which Lionel Messi scored, and they won 3-1. But there are reports now that because of the injury that Kylian Mbappe suffered, he is going to miss Paris Saint-Germain's first leg of the UEFA Champions League encounter, which will come up soon. So Paris Saint-Germain will be hoping that Kylian Mbappe makes a quick recovery because they need him in order to ensure that they get Champions League glory at least. There were no such troubles for Real Madrid though, as Real Madrid managed to beat Valencia and they stamped their authority in the La Liga. There was a harsh tackle on Vinicius Jr. and it remained to be seen whether he will be fit in the upcoming games because he was in pain, and one hopes that Vinicius Jr. at least makes a full recovery and he's available for Real Madrid's next encounters. And we sign off with the Copa Italia with Juventus. Juventus managing to beat Inter and entering the semi-final of the Copa Italia. Remember, Juventus are a team that are really struggling in the Serie A season at this point in time, both on the field and off the field. So this result will really boost the Italian giants. Remember, they are in the mid-table of the Serie A, not something which we are accustomed to. So Juventus are in the semi-final of the Copa Italia, and that about brings to an end this morning wrap with Sports Today. Thank you so much folks for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates. Press the like, comment and share button, and don't forget to tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget to download the SportsTak mobile app, because if you want highlights of the SA20, IL20, you name it, they have it. And don't forget to check out their content in Hindi and English as well. Thank you.